solving questions today based on, suppose, let us say previous worksheets and some questions from other books. So that we will do today. So let us start. So are you ready? Give me response in chat box. Are you ready for this? Okay, students, fine. Okay, so let us start. And don't worry, the answers will be provided. It is not like that I am going to ask you, and suppose, let's say I am asking you to do it on your own. I will provide you answers also. Don't worry. Okay. First of all, let me just share my screen, without which you won't be able to see. Now tell me, is the screen visible? Can we start? Okay. Chalo. Let us start now. Let us start. Okay. So the first question is, how do we often pursue an object to be in motion? Okay, give me answer in chat box. And what we'll do is, yes, give me response in chat box. How exactly is the motion? How do we perceive it? Okay. Aditya, what are you saying if movement is seen, change in position? What about other students? Samruddhi, what you are saying? If position changes with respect to time? Yes, that is correct. That is so correct. So for the first question, the answer would be when it changes position with respect to time. Exactly, that is true. So answer for this is when its position change with respect to time. Understood? That is the answer. Okay. So the answer for this question is very simple. That if, suppose, let's say, if, how do we perceive? We perceive in the form of, if an object changes its position with respect to time, then definitely it can be said that this is in motion. Okay. Ready for the second question? Okay, done with this first part. Moving to the second question now. What is essential to describe the position of an object? Okay, this is very important, super important actually. Give me the answer for this. What is essential to describe the position of an object? What do you think? What is so important? Yes. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I will be opening chat, suppose, let's say, for everybody. So what you're going to do is whenever you give your answer, so that would be reflected for others as well. Okay? So they will take advantage of it as well. Fine. Okay. So let me open it. Now, when you are sending me your answer, do one thing, send it as everyone. Do not send me privately, so that other students can also see your answers and can take maximum advantage of it. Okay, so what is the answer? What is essential to describe the position of an object? It is a reference point. It is nothing but called as reference point. That is true. Answer is reference point. Reference point. Yes, that is true. That is the essential thing, right? Okay. And what is that reference point called as? What is that reference point called as? What is the name? Origin. Samruddhi, that is true. The answer is called as origin. Yes, origin. Fine. Let us move to the third question. Okay. Give me the answer for this. Give the technical term used to for the rate of motion. Give me the answer for this. Okay, definitely. No, give the technical term used for the rate of motion. Rate of motion means what? Urjit, that is correct. What about other students? Kushal, correct. Okay, speed. That is exactly what is speed. Correct. And what about the second part? This is the first part, right? What is the SI unit? What is the SI unit? Meter per second. Correct. Meter per second. Okay. Do remember you cannot write down velocity there. You cannot write down velocity there because there is no mention of direction. There is no mention of direction here. So you have to use only speed. You cannot use velocity here. Okay. Chalo. Let us move to the next question. Okay. So what do you understand? Next question we'll see. Okay. This is just explanation part. It is actually theoretical question, not numerical based. Okay. Give me the answer for this. What do you understand by instantaneous velocity? What do you mean by instantaneous velocity? Kadam, what you are asking, Ritesh? Do we need to write these questions in notebook? Yes, you need to. You need to. I will be sending this PDF on the group. Students, listen. I will be sending this PDF on the group. All you have to do is you have to write these questions and answers in a notebook. You don't need to write it now. You can do it later. For now, just concentrate on giving your answers. You just concentrate on giving your answers because whatever you are seeing on your screen, I will be sharing it. This PDF I will share. So you can write it afterwards. Okay. Answer is not acceleration. Seriously? Do you really think that instantaneous velocity means that it is acceleration? Are instantaneous means at that instant, at that instant. No, it is not average velocity. Okay, let me tell you one example. I will tell you one example and then you can focus. See, just assume for a second that you are using a bike. You are using a bike and the current speed is 40 meter per second. Current speed is 40 meter per second. Afterwards, let us just say it is 30 and then it is 50 again and then it is 60 again. Correct. Now, if at this first point, if I ask you what is your instantaneous velocity, so you will say 40 meter per second. At that instant, at that value, what is exactly the velocity? So that would be 40. If I ask you at this 50, that what is your current velocity now? So instantaneous velocity exactly it gives us current velocity. Current velocity at that second. Current velocity at that second. That is actually the meaning of it. Understanding? Give me response. Yes, present value, because velocity changes from time to time in your bike. And when you suppose, let's say, are talking at a certain duration, you have to talk about instantaneous velocity. That means velocity at that particular time and place. Okay. So how you are going to write down answer for this? So answer can be very simple. It is the velocity during the motion. I will just write it down for you. I have explained the concept. You can write it in your own words also, or you can use the standard answer. So the standard answer is like this. This is the standard answer. You can use your own statements also. Okay? So even if you write down in the exam that sir, instantaneous velocity is the velocity at that particular second, that is also fine. I will still give you marks. Actually, I will prefer that answer because remembering this definition will not suppose clear your concept. But if you give me this kind of definition at that instant or current velocity at that second, I will give you, definitely I will give you marks. I will be smiling while taking that answer because it means that you have understood it conceptually. You have understood it conceptually and you have not mugged it up. That is what actually is the meaning. Fine? Okay. Can we move to the next question? Yes, Ayush, that is also correct. Velocity of an object under motion at a specific point of time. Okay, fine. Let us go to the next question now. Next question is, okay, so this is the question. Okay, so they have given lots and lots of information actually, and they are expecting us to draw a graph, and also they are asking us to calculate distance for the truck in 50 seconds. So let us try to give whatever they want. Okay, we will try our best to give them everything. Fine. Now, in such kind of questions, in the exam, they will provide you with a graph paper. They will be providing you with a graph paper. First, you have to check which graph do you need to draw. This graph is what? Speed versus time. Speed versus time. Can you please tell me what should I take on x-axis and what should I take on y-axis? What should I take on x and what I should do on y-axis? Aditya, you don't need to draw. I am going to draw it. Don't worry. I am teaching you physics, so definitely I am, suppose let's say at that part, I know that you cannot, suppose let's say draw that diagram in the box. Focus on what I'm asking. These questions are quite difficult. Okay, so x means what? Time. Yes, definitely what you are going to use on x-axis is time. What about y-axis? What about y-axis? That would be speed. That would be speed. So if you just draw that particular diagram, then you will be able to draw that speed time graph, right? By a convenient scale. Scale you can use your as per your own requirement. Determine from it, we have to find out acceleration. To find out acceleration from speed time graph, do we take slope or do we take area? What do you think? There is a speed time graph and we need to find out acceleration. What should we go for? Slope or area? We should be going with, okay. So there seems there is a confusion regarding whether we should go for slope or whether we should go for area. If we go for slope, it means that we are going to get speed by time. We are going to get speed by time. And if we go with area, we are going to get speed into time. Speed into time. Speed divided by time is nothing but what? Speed by time is nothing but your acceleration. That is acceleration. But speed into time is what? This is distance. This is distance. So now tell me what we should go for, slope or area? Slope. Array slope. I have explained you this concept. It's very simple. It's a speed time graph. If you take slope, you will be able to take the value of speed divided by time. Have you forgotten everything or what in your vacation? It is delta y by delta x, no? So whatever is present on y is divided by present on x. So definitely y by x. So definitely this is slope. This will give us acceleration. Can't you understand this is a simple thing? Okay, fine. So this is slope. We have to take as slope. Now, first thing, what you do is you take a graph, this one, okay, I'm drawing it here, but you are supposed to draw it on an actual graph paper. Afterwards, you can paste it in your notebook. Now, take time on x-axis. Take time on x-axis. You focus on speed now. You focus on speed. Okay, just 1 minute. Let me, okay, now you will be able to see it properly. Okay, fine. Now it is visible. See, the speed which is given, the time, let us take a scale, proper scale. So what I will do, I will take 0, then I will take 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, and then finally 50. Okay, done. Now, this part is done, first part. What about speed? So for speed, I will take 5, then I will take 10, then I will take 15, then I will take 20, then 25, and then 30. Right? So I have done everything. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Everything is done. Now you do one thing. Give me response in chat box till now. Have you understood how we have taken the scales? You can take as per your need. Okay. After your scales are done, after your scales are taken, all you have to do is, after the scales are taken, take these coordinates. Take these coordinates. This is basically what? This is giving you 0, 5. This is 0, 5. This is 0, 5. Then this is 10, 10. Then this is what? 20, 15. Then this is 30, 20. This is 40, 25. And this is 50, 30. Understood the coordinates? Understood the coordinates? Can we start plotting them? Okay. So let us start with plotting them. The first value is 0, 5. The first value is 0, 5. So this is your coordinate. Let me change the ink so that you can identify. See, the first value you are going to take is this one. Okay, 0, 5. This is the first value. What about the second value? That is 10, 10. 10, 10. So this is technically it will come somewhere here, right? 10, 10. So this is the second coordinate. Third coordinate 20, 15. 20, something 20, 15, right? So 20, 15, 20 and 15. So that this is the coordinate. Third, 30 and 20. 30 and 20. So this would be the line. Okay. Next point, 40, 25. Next point also we have got. And the last one, 50, 30. 50 and 30. Right? So this is the coordinates. Now tell me in chat box, have you understood how we have plotted them? Can we draw a line through them? Okay, fine. So let us draw a line through them. The line would be something like this. Okay, I have drawn it roughly without a scale, with free hand. But while you are drawing it, please use a scale. You have the luxury of using a scale, please use that. Okay, now our graph is done. The first part is done. We have drawn the graph. Now second thing they are asking is acceleration from it. Acceleration. Now what we'll do, for acceleration, we have to select points. We have to select points. For acceleration, we need to select the points. So what we'll do, first we will take this. First we will take the last one. First we'll take the last one. And the next coordinate would be this one. So give me response. Have you understood which two coordinates we have selected for acceleration? This is the first and this is the second. Okay, okay. Now let us write their coordinates. Let us write their coordinates. So the first coordinate is x1, y1. x1, y1. And second coordinate is x2, y2. So your x1 is here. The coordinate for that first one was 0, 5. And for this, for the last one, what are the coordinates? 50, 30. Okay, so give me response till now. Have you understood x1, y1, x2, y2? Can we start with the slope? Okay. After this is done, all you have to do is you have to take slope from it. Let us try to take slope. Now, what is the formula for slope? It is delta y by delta x. So the formula would be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay. Now, can you do one thing on your notebook? Can you please put the values and give me the answer for this? Okay. Urjit, you can choose any 2 points, but as they have asked for entire journey, hence I have taken this first one and then I have taken the second one, this one and this one. Intermediate points actually you can take, but in the question they are asking for the whole journey. Is that point clear, Urjit? You have to take the first and the last one. Okay, fine. So students, what is the answer? You are saying 2. Okay, let us see if the answer is 2. So slope would be equals to, what is the value of y2? That is 30 minus, what is the value of y1? That is 5 divided by x2 minus x1. That would be 50 minus 0. So the answer would be 30 minus 5 is 25. And what about 50? So that would be 25 ones are, 25 twos are. So that answer is what? What is the answer coming as? What is the answer coming as? 0.5. Okay, and what mistake you made then last time? How come many of you were giving answer as 2? Did you do it very fastly? What happened? Did you take X above and Y below? What happened? Give me response. What exactly happened? Because that was a common mistake. Many students gave answer as 2. This should not happen. Okay. So many students might have taken X values above and Y values below. So that might be the mistake. But you please take Y above and X below, because that is delta Y by delta X. Okay, fine. So the final answer would be 1 by 2. 1 by 2, that is exactly how much? 0.5. 0.5. So hence, acceleration would be, acceleration for this case is 0.5 meter per second square. Understood this? Okay, give me response in chat box fast. Have you understood? Okay. But do remember, students, we have solved only the first one. We have not solved the entire question. We have just solved the first one. Only first one part is complete. There is still remaining distance. Now for distance from speed time graph, what do you think? We should go for slope or we should go for area? Again, the same question. Should we go for slope or should we go for area? For distance. For distance, definitely we are going to go for area. Good. Chalo, the hurdle is fine. For distance, we are going to take area. Now, area means what? What that entire diagram. Now, what do you think this diagram looks like? This diagram looks like what? Does it look like something like this? Something like a trapezium? Does it look like a trapezium? It's a complete trapezium. There is a gap from the bottom. It is not a triangle. If it had started from the origin, then the figure would look like a triangle, but it has not started from the origin. It is starting from above. It is starting from above. Looks something like this. So it's a trapezium. Understood? Okay. Now let us try to apply the formula. ठीक है? Area would be equals to area of trapezium. Area of trapezium. Right? Now for your understanding, what I will do is I will draw that entire diagram below, okay, so that you can understand which values to take. So this is our first line, this is our second line, then this is our trapezium, this is the line, the coordinate here is 0, the coordinate here is 5, correct? The value here is something like 30, this is 30, this is 30. Okay, and what about this? This is 50. Okay, so this is the diagram. Understood? Can we start solving it? Okay, chalo. Let us solve. So area would be equals to area of trapezium. But you have to write down the formula. The formula is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into. What we'll do, we will give it a name. We'll give it a proper name. So let me change the ink and we'll write down the name here. Let it be O. Let it be O itself. O. Let it say this is A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, let us give it a name. Now, what will be the formula? Give me response in chat box with your formulas. How the formula would look like? 1 by 2 into. What is the formula? Sum of parallel sides. Now, what it will look like? You already have the alphabets. You have the alphabets that put it and give me the formula. What it look like? 1 by 2 into. What should I write here? Which alphabet should I write in this place? In the bracket? Na, sum of parallel sides, but which? Rushikesh, that is correct. OC plus AB. Correct. OC plus AB. Only one student was able to give it. Seriously? OC plus AB. Sum of parallel sides into height. What is the height in this figure? What is the height in this figure? Samruddhi, that is correct. That is OA. OA. Correct. That is OA. Now put the values. Put the values. OC is what? OC is, what is the value of OC? Can you please change the values here and calculate? You calculate on your own, on your notebook, and give me the answer. Give me the final answer. Give me the final answer there. This is 5. Then this is AB. So AB value is 30. AB value is 30 plus into OA. What is the value of OA? That is 50. Okay. Can you please calculate and give me the answer for this? This is 2 ones are. See, 2 ones are 225 are. Okay, 2 ones are 225 are. So that is still 5 plus 30 is 35. 5 plus 30 is 35 into 25. What would be the multiplication? 25 5 is 125. ठीक है, तो that means 12 carry. 25 3 is 75 plus 12, 87. So that would be 875 meters. Understood? Everybody is getting this answer. It should be 875 meters. This is the distance traveled by that body. Okay. Now what I will do is, students, even though after the question I have solved it by myself, everything I have solved, but still it is what it is, having a detailed information. So what I will do, I will give you one proper basic diagram also, okay, for your reference, a clean diagram, so that you can draw, because our answer is very messy because of lots of understanding. So hence I will paste you some proper answer also for your reference. You can use it later. ठीक है, this PDF you will be getting it on your group, so you can practice it again and again. So everything is fine with till now. Can we move to the next one? Okay. Parth, yes, Parth, definitely the answers will be there. I don't want to trouble my students with finding the answers. You can just, there are answers in the PDF itself. You can check it again and again. Okay, fine. So the next question, let us go for the next one. Okay, so this is the question. Can you please solve, everybody? They are asking, okay, the thing they're asking is, object travels at a distance of 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed? Okay, students love this particular what I can say question. All they're asking is average speed. The first you are going to write down as formula. What is the formula for average speed? Can somebody give me formula for average speed? What is average speed? Average speed formula. Can somebody give me? Total distance by total time. Arijit, that is very much correct. Total distance by total time. Correct. Total distance by total time. Yes. Then put the values there. The answer would be what? 16 plus 16. You add 16 plus 16, and then you can add 4 plus 2, the time. So the value would be 16 plus 16, and then the next value would be 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2. The answer would be 16 plus 16 is 32. What about 4 plus 2? That would be 6. So you can reduce it. 2 3s are 6, 2 16s are, and the answer, final answer would be 16 by 3. But if you divide it more, it would be 3 5s are 15. Correct? Give me the answer, final answer, 16 by 3 in point. What would be the answer? 5.33. Very much correct. The answer would be 5.33. Good. So the final answer is 16 by 3. You divided 3 5s are 15. 1 is carried. You can give point. It becomes 10. So 10 can be divided by 3 3. That's it. So this is your answer. What would be the unit? What would be the unit? Meter per second. Good. This is average speed, right? Correct. So that means the unit would be meter per second. Meter per second. So that is your answer. Okay, fine. Can we move to the next question, students? Ready for the next question? Okay. Give me the answer for this, please. Name the physical quantities denoted by slope. Slope of distance time graph will give us what? What do you think? Kya dega? They will give us what? एकदम सही है, that is very much correct. The answer is speed. हाँ, right Madhura, Shivam, Parth, Srinidhi, Jayesh, Kadam, Ritesh. Yes, the answer is very much correct. The answer is what? Speed. The answer for this question is speed. Right? What about the second question? I'm going to paste the second question now. Let us start. Okay. So this is the second question. Give me the answer for this. Area under velocity time graph. What would be the answer? Area under velocity time graph. Correct. The answer would be displacement. Correct, true. The answer would be displacement. The answer would be displacement. Correct. But do remember, students, in our case, in our particular lesson, we are assuming that velocity is equal to speed. We are assuming in our case that velocity is equal to speed. Hence, even if you write down here answer as distance, technically this is more true, displacement. But even if you write down distance, I will still give you marks, because in our textbook, it is said that velocity is equal to speed. That is what they are assuming. It is not actually true, but they are assuming that distance and displacements in our textbook, they are same for all the question. That is what they are talking about. So even if you write down displacement or distance, that is still fine. I will still give you marks. Understood? Okay, fine. Now the next question we will solve, okay, and then you can have a break. For today, it will be more than enough. Next question, okay. Okay, the next question is, try to give the answer for this. It's basically not from your syllabus, but it is regarding the forces. Can you please give me the direction for it? Like upward, downward, sideways. What would be the direction for frictional force? Opposite, right? Opposite. Backward is also fine. So you can either write down backward, or you can write down opposite. That is totally fine. Correct. What about the second one? I'm going to paste for second one. Can you give me for second? Gravitational force. What about gravitational force? What do you think? Downward, definitely downwards. Yes, this is definitely downwards, without a doubt. Because this is generally pulled by whom? Our Earth is putting this gravitational force, so it is exactly downward, without a doubt. What about the third one? So that is, let us see. This is the one. Give me the answer for this. Centripetal force. Centripetal. It was in circular motion. Centripetal force. I told you that there is one force which is taking everybody to the center. Urjit, is the answer is not correct. It is not against the center. It is towards the center. Towards. Yes. You are getting it right. Towards the center. Yes, correct. So what is happening exactly? You have one circular motion and everybody is trying to pull you inward. This inward pull is nothing but called as centripetal force. So this is exactly is the actual motion. So it is towards the center. Okay, that is exactly it is. Fine. So understood every question till now? Okay, that graph based question is little bit hard, so you need to practice it more on an actual graph paper, and then you should know whether to take area or slope. It will require some practice, and please practice, because in the exam this kind of question will definitely be asked. Okay, so what I will do, we will end our session for the day on this juncture, and I will send this PDF copy on our group. You can refer it again, and please write it in your notebook. Please write down all these questions in your notebook. That is totally fine. And do one thing, students. Just write down the answers. Just write down the answers. I don't want to trouble you with your this thing, writing down questions. We are not clerks. We are super students. We are super what I can say, learners, human beings, and we are not supposed to write down that clerk part. We want to learn something, right? So do not write down questions, just the answers. Urjit, you have to write down these things in your actual school notebook. School notebook, because I'll be using this as a homework. No, I'm not going to give you extra assignment. I'm not going to bother you with extra workload. You write it down in your school notebook. I will check it as it is. Okay, fine. Chalo. Thank you. So that's it for the day, students. Let us meet in the next session. Bye. Bye, Rishikesh. Bye, Anushka. Bye, Srinidhi. Bye, Parth. Bye, Jesh. Yes, it is raining, Urjit. You can enjoy. You can go outside now and you can enjoy. Okay, but not too much. Check whether there is lightning or not. Else, something else will happen. Enjoy. Yes. Bye, Omkar. Bye, Yash. Bye, Sia.